Hello, and welcome to Power Yoga with Stephanie Renee. Come on to your mat, find a comfortable seated position. Maybe before you do so, light an incense, maybe light some candles, set your atmosphere. I'm gonna spray a little Palo Santo spray just to set my atmosphere to go along with my incense that's burning. And also maybe turn on your favorite music, anything that will get you in the mood for this time, for your practice, for your self. So go ahead and do that and join me on your mat in a comfortable seated position and we'll get started. So in that comfortable seated position, your legs can be folded. You can have them stretched out long, whatever works for you. We're just gonna go ahead and sit on our mat and allow our eyes to close or let our gaze soften. You can place the hands on the knees. We turn them down for grounding and we turn them up for receiving. So whatever you are in need of, let the eyes close and just focus on your breath. Letting your thoughts come and turn towards your breath. Noticing your inhale and your exhale. Maybe you notice an audible sound as you take a deep breath in. And maybe you notice an audible exhale as an audible sound as you exhale. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, maybe you feel the tickle of that ocean breath as you exhale against the back of your throat. Allowing the sounds, those activities that are on the outside of our mat, allowing them to stay there. We're going to spend the next 30 to 45 minutes or so focusing on our breath and its connection with our body. Bringing the right hand to your belly and the left hand to your heart. Just notice how when you take that deep breath in, the belly fills and expands into that right hand. And just notice how the belly button draws towards the spine. Each inhale, that belly fills. Maybe the side body expands. Draws towards the spine as you exhale. Maybe you notice that belly expanding, the side body expanding, and maybe the chest lifting up into that left hand. Notice how the chest lowers, the ribs draw in, and the belly button towards the spine. And on your next exhale, release the hands back down to your knees. Return to your conscious breath. Just noticing the inhale and the exhale. We'll allow the eyes to gently open, blinking a couple of times. And in our seated position, we're going to go ahead and inhale, lifting both arms up. And exhale, releasing the left hand to the mat. Right hand reaches over, stretching into the side body. Inhale, bringing both arms up. And exhale, the right arm down to the mat. Reaching over, stretching into the left side of the body. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And we're going to exhale, twisting, bringing the right hand to the left knee, gently looking, gazing behind us. Take a deep breath and lift the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Left hand to the right knee. Deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, move forward fold. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, placing them down, back to the knees. And we'll begin stirring the seat of the soul. So we'll rotate, rolling around. Inhaling and exhaling. And reversing. And coming to stillness. We're going to come forward and then come to our mat, coming to our tabletop position. And we can tuck the toes or you can keep the feet flat. You're going to take a deep breath in, dropping the belly, lifting the head. Exhale, rounding, tucking the chin. Inhale, lifting up, coming to your expression of cow. And exhale, rounding, coming to your expression of cat. Moving with your breath, your inhale, and your exhale. And coming to a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and turn the wrist, flipping the fingers so that they're facing each other. We'll rock a little from side to side. You can stay here if you'd like. You can flip them all the way around so that the fingertips are facing the knees, and you can rock a little forward and back. Being very gentle, just warming up the wrist a little bit. And we'll turn them all forward, fingertips forward. If you'd like, you can flip your wrist, palms facing up. And just notice that feeling. Maybe you're just still here. Maybe you move a little bit, side to side or forward and back. We'll turn the wrist forward, coming back to the palms. We will go ahead and take a deep breath in, and we're going to lift the right hand. That's actually my left. And we're going to thread it through, coming down, bringing your face, the side of your face to the mat. Stretching into the shoulder. Maybe you take that opposite arm up high in the air and wrap that arm behind you, tucking it into the crease. right there at the hip. We'll extend that arm back high in the air. Bring the palm back to the mat, lifting up, rotating up, and bringing that hand down. So this time I brought my left arm into the air. I'm gonna bring my right, you bring your left. So lifting up and threading that arm through, threading the knee. Your toes can be tucked here or your feet can be flat. We'll take that arm high in the air. It can stay here or you can bring it behind your back. Maybe it reaches and tucks nicely into that crease there at your hip. We'll lift that arm high, bringing that palm to the mat, lifting up, reaching high, and bringing the hand to the mat. We'll go ahead and tuck our toes, lift the knees, push the hips back for our first downward facing dog. We'll look up at our hands, walk our feet forward to meet them, bend the knees a lot, bring the belly to the tops of the legs. Just let the head hang. You can shake it, yes, no, left, right. And we'll begin rolling up, stacking each vertebrae, coming up to standing. Roll the shoulders up and back. And deep breath in, both arms lift. Exhale, hands to the heart, folding down, coming to standing forward fold. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Step the right foot, then the left foot back. You're in plank. Drop the knees, lower the belly, the chest, the chin. Lifting up for baby cobra just a little. And releasing down. Tucking the toes, pushing back, coming to downward facing dog. You can shake the head, yes, no, left, right. We'll go ahead and pedal out the feet. So bending into the knees, inhaling and exhaling, stretching into the calf muscle on each leg. And we'll bring the feet to stillness, gazing forward. Walk your feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, lift them all the way up. Arms reach high. Hands to the heart and down by your side. Deep breath in, lifting high, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Step back to plank. Drop your knees, your belly, your chest, your chin. Inhale, 4, baby cobra. Exhale, pushing back for downward facing dog. Making sure the pads of the fingertips are in contact with the mat. Any gentle movements that you need here in downward facing dog. Continue breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your nose. We'll look up at the hands, walk the feet forward to meet them. Knees are bent. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting all the way up, reaching high. Exhale the hands to your heart and down by your side. Deep breath in, lifting. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, step back. Drop the knees, belly, chest, chin as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. We're going to come forward to plank. Drop the knees, the belly, the chest, the chin. Bring the hands by your side. You can interlace the fingertips there. You can hold on to the elbows. We're going to bring the feet together and we're going to lift the feet, lift the chest, coming to locust. And releasing down. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulder, tucking the toes, pushing up to table, then downward facing dog, or pushing up the plank and then downward facing dog. Any gentle movement you need here. Inhaling and exhaling. Looking up at the hands, walk the feet forward to meet them. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up, reach high. Exhale the hands to the heart and down by your side. Sitting back in a chair, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Take the right foot back, the left foot back. You're in plank. Choose your option, knees, chest, chin, or lower chaturanga, upward facing dog. Let's come to downward facing dog. Step the feet together to touch. Left foot goes high in the air. Bring it towards your nose. Tiger curl. Take it back high. Three-legged dog. Lift, lift, lift. Use that glute. Bring it forward. Tiger curl. Take it back. This time bring it forward. Step it through. Drop the back foot. Lifting up. Warrior one. Releasing the hands to the mat. Take the foot back. Flow through your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Coming to downward facing dog. Step the right foot and left foot together to touch. Lift the right foot high in the air, three-legged dog. Bend that leg, bring that knee towards your nose for tiger curl. Take it back high, three-legged dog. Bring that leg forward. Take it high. Bring it forward and step it through. Help it get there. Drop that back foot. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, releasing down. Take the foot back. You're in plank. Flow through your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Deep breaths in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Lifting high on your tiptoes, bend your knees, gaze forward. Step your feet, walk them, or float them forward to meet the hand. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Coming to chair and lifting high. Exhaling, hands by your side. Deep breath in, sit back in that chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale down. Step the feet back, flow through your vinyasa. Coming to downward facing dog. Stepping the right and left foot together to touch. Inhale, lift the left leg. This time we're going to bend at the knee and that foot is going to track over to the right side. Maybe you can see that foot underneath your right armpit. And this is a good place to hold. If Wild Thing is in your practice, let's go ahead and flip over, reaching. And then we'll drop the hip, coming back forward, lifting up, Three-legged dog. We're going to bring that foot forward, step it through, dropping the back foot, lifting up, warrior one. Releasing down. Taking that left foot back, float through your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Let's all take a deep breath in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And open the mouth and sigh it out. We'll step the right and left foot together to touch. Lifting the right leg high in the air. We're going to bend at the knee. Keeping the weight equally distributed between the right and left hand. Maybe you see that foot waving at you there, up underneath the left armpit. You can stay here or flip over for wild thing. And we'll drop that hip, pushing back up, coming back to downward facing dog, three-legged dog. And we're going to bring that right leg forward, step it through, lifting up, warrior one. Releasing down, taking the foot back, flow through your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Lifting high on the toes, bend the knees, gazing forward, floating or stepping forward. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale down, coming to chair, lifting tall, hands to heart, and down by your side. Coming back to chair, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, exhale down, stepping or floating back. Releasing down, flow through your vinyasa. Stepping the right and left foot together to touch. Left leg goes high in the air. Bringing it forward to tiger curl, stepping it through. Dropping the back foot, lifting up for warrior one. Opening up to warrior two. I'm going to turn and face you all. Gazing out over those those fingers of the left hand. Checking in with that back foot. We want the weight evenly distributed where the outer and inner edge is in contact with the mat. Let's straighten that front leg. And we're going to reach forward and a little more and come to triangle. Maybe you've got a block. Certainly you can hold on to the shin or the ankle. When we're using your balance here, you can gaze up or look down at the floor. Lifting up, coming to warrior two, cartwheeling the arms down, taking that left foot back, flow through your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. We'll step the right and left foot together to touch. This time the right leg goes high in the air. We'll bring that leg forward, step it through, drop the back foot, lifting up, warrior one. We want the hips facing forward, but we're all built a little bit differently. So work to keep the knee in line with the big toe. Let's open up to warrior two. I'm going to turn around and face you all. And we'll straighten that front leg. We'll reach forward a little more. Imagine that your shoulders are gliding against the wall, and we'll come over to triangle. Gazing up or looking down. Lifting up, coming back to warrior two. Strong warrior, chest is proud. We'll cartwheel the arms down. Take that leg back. Float the your vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Make any micro movements you need to in downward facing dog. We'll lift up high on the toes, bend the knees, step or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift, come to chair. Exhale, stand. Release the hands to the heart and down by your sides. Right. Make any movements that you need to. Settle into mountain here. We're going to lift the hands, bringing them high. And exhale the hands to our heart. We're going to sit back in a chair. You want to tuck the tailbone here, kind of flatten things out. And we're going to come to revolved chair. So we're going to turn to the left, take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keeping the knees sort of equal there. The tendency is for that right one to come forward. Keep the hips in alignment. You can open up if you'd like, or you can keep the hands at the heart. We're lifting and breathing. Coming back forward. And we'll twist to the opposite side. Again, that left knee wants to come forward. Pull that left hip back. Again, you can open. Hands to the heart, coming forward. And we'll lift up, back to mountain. Let's roll the shoulders up and back. We will take a big step to the right or left. And we're going to bring the feet so that they're parallel. Hands are going to come to the waist. And we're going to come to a wide-legged forward fold. Nice flat back here. If you've got that block near you, you may want to grab it. You can place your hands on the block. Just allow the upper body to come closer to the floor, keeping the back flat. Oftentimes folks want to round and get down there. Feeling a stretch in your hamstrings. Sometimes it may help to separate the feet a little further. You can reach for your ankles. You can reach for your big toes. Or you can keep the hands in the middle. We'll come back to the middle, bring the hands to the waist, using the legs to lift you up. And we'll come back to center, the front of our mat. Let's flow through one sun salutation. So inhale, coming to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Stepping back, flow through your vinyasa. Lifting high on the toes, bend the knees, coming forward. Inhale, lifting halfway, exhale down. Inhale to chair, exhale all the way up, hands to the heart, and they'll stay there. So we're going to prepare for our balance series. So I'll face you all. So we're going to shift the weight to the right. We're going to prepare for tree. You can use the kickstand here. You can bring your foot below your knee, or you can bring your foot above your knee. Choose your option wisely, and your option may be different or similar to mine. We're going to lift that left leg, bringing the knee up in line with the belly. We're going to cross it over, and we're going to sit back in a chair. So we're doing a standing figure 4. And release as you're ready. And we'll come back to mountain. Take a deep breath in, lifting the arms high. Exhale the hands to heart center. And we're going to prepare for tree on the left side. So choose your option. Use your kickstand. Foot below the knee, foot above the knee. We'll lift the right leg up, bringing that knee in line with the belly button. We'll cross the leg over, sitting back in that chair. Coming to standing figure 4. And releasing as you're ready. Releasing the hands, rotating the ankles. And we'll come back to the front of our mat. And we'll take a deep breath in, lifting high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Stepping back or floating the feet back. Flow through your vinyasa. And to downward facing dog. We're going to bring the feet together to touch. We're going to lift the left leg high in the air, coming to three-legged dog. And we're going to bring that leg forward, but we're going to take that left foot to the outside of the left hand. So dropping the back knee, you can keep those toes tucked or you can flatten the foot. We're going to come to lizard. So you can stay high here. If you've got a block, you can place those your elbows on a block. Or depending on your hip flexibility, you can come down to the mat. Sometimes it helps to walk that foot out or even turn onto the outer edge of the foot. Remember your options. Lift up, bring those hands, and we'll walk that foot in. We'll take that leg back. Actually, we'll come to table. We'll drop the belly, Lift the head and round, coming to cat. Inhale and exhale. Continue a few more at your pace, with your breath. And we'll come to stillness. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, push back to downward facing dog. We'll step the right and left foot together to touch, lifting the right leg high in the air. And we'll bring that leg forward, stepping the foot to the outside of the right foot. Lowering onto the knee. Again, you can keep the toes tucked or uncurl them. And remember your options. You can stay high here. You can get a block or a hook, or you can come down. Remember, you can walk that foot out. You can even come to the outer edge of that foot if necessary. And we'll lift back up. And we'll take that foot, bring it next to the other, coming back to table. And from here, we're going to keep the hips lifted. We're going to walk the hands out, bringing the chest to the mat. Now, this is too intense. You can come to your forehead. But we bring our chin, our chest for puppy. We'll walk the hands in. We'll bring the feet together, separate the knees, pushing back for child's pose. Lifting up, coming back to table. We are going to sit back. Actually, yeah, we're going to sit back on our feet here. We're going to lift up. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes. Maybe separate the knees a little bit. If you find that your toes tucked are too intense, you can go ahead and on your knees, you can go ahead and flatten out your feet. You're going to bring your hands behind you like you're tucking them into some back pockets. And we're going to lift the chest, gazing up slightly, pushing forward, coming to a back bend. If camel is in your practice, you can go ahead, release the hands to the heels, opening the heart. And very slowly, bringing the hands to the waist, lifting up, bringing the hips back, coming forward to child's pose. You can extend the arms out long or bring the hands down by the feet. lift up. And we'll slide onto one side so that we can swing our legs around. We're going to release our back to the mat. Our knees are bent so our feet are on the mat. Bring your bottom close to your feet so your fingertips should be able to brush against the backs of your feet. And we're going to lift the body, coming to a bridge and releasing down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling down. Bring the knees towards the chest, holding on, maybe rocking from side to side. Coming to stillness, we'll stretch the arms out to a T, and we'll allow the knees to fall towards the right. Our gaze will turn towards the left, keeping the left shoulder on the mat. Breathing into this spinal twist. Bringing the knees and the face back towards the ceiling. Allowing the knees to fall over to the left. Taking the gaze to the right. Right shoulder on the mat. And breathing into this spinal twist. And bringing the knees back towards the ceiling, bringing the face back towards the ceiling. And at this time, consider what additional asana or posture pose that your body may need. Honor it at this time before we settle into our final asana. So maybe you need another bridge. Maybe you need to stretch out the hamstrings a little more. Just consider what your body may need. And as you're ready, let's prepare for Savasana. So maybe you want to put on some socks. Maybe you want to grab a blanket, sweatshirt, whatever you may need. And we'll extend our legs long on our mat, allowing the feet to flop out to the sides. Feet are towards the edge of the mat there, so some separation between the feet and legs. Releasing any tension in the legs, any desire to grip the legs or the glutes. Coming back to that breath. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Releasing any tension in the jaw. Removing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Allowing the eyes to close or the gaze to soften. Savasana. You can stay in Savasana for as long as you'd like. But for those of you who have to carry on with your day or evening, begin making movements with your fingers and toes. We'll lift the hands towards the ceiling and allow the arms to drop behind us over our head. We'll bend the knees, lifting the feet, drawing the knees towards our belly. And we'll roll to the right or left, allowing the arms to serve as a little pillow as we come into fetal position. Pushing up to a comfortable seated position. With the eyes still closed, we'll bring our hands to our heart. We'll bring our hands to our forehead, to our third eye, for clarity of thought. We'll bring our hands to our lips for clarity of speech. And we'll bring our hands back to our heart for clarity of action. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.